What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. We are live right now. I'm headed back home. Listen, guys, the Miami Dolphins just signed the Miami Dolphins just signed another defensive end. We're out of the defensive end race now. We are out of the defensive end race now. We are solidified at the position. We are now solidified at the position. So I don't feel like we need to worry about that in the draft. I gotta learn how to pronounce his last name, okay? Emanuel. I ain't gonna try. I'm not gonna try right now. Ogbah. Forgive me if I'm messing it up, man. But listen, man. The Miami Dolphins have struck gold again. Now, just like yesterday, when we signed Shaq, the 6.5 sacks, people are gonna say, "Oh, he only has 5.5 sacks." Ogbah, I believe, yeah. He only has 5.5 sacks. TD, we still out here getting little pickings. Let me tell y'all something. This pick right here might actually be better than the Shaq one. For multiple reasons. Man, Grier and Flores are geniuses, man. I can't believe what I'm seeing happening. Let me help y'all understand what's going on, okay? So, this guy had 5.5 sacks, but he only played 10 games. Because he did suffer an injury during the Titans-Chiefs game. He led the team in sacks. The Super Bowl winning Chiefs. The player who only played 10 games led the team in sacks. And as soon as he went down with an injury, the first article that came out on him was, due to the injury, will they be able to keep him next year now? Would this help the Chiefs be able to keep him since his value may go down? No, sir. They were not able to keep him. They were not able to keep him. And then in the same article, they said he's probably going to make between $8 to $10 million in free agency when on the open market. That is his value, because this kid started with the Browns. He was traded to the Chiefs last year. The Chiefs went for broke. The Chiefs said, you know what, we want to win a Super Bowl. Let's bring in firepower. They swapped players and brought this guy in. And they said, we think we can make him something. And boy, did they not. 5.5 sacks, pressure rating is very good. And he got hurt, so he wasn't able to go on that miraculous run in the playoffs. But he led the team in sacks. And only played 10 games. Not only that, he was expected to get between $8 to $10 million on a 3-year deal in free agency. They said that he will probably get. Give him his Gatorade. They said that he should be looking for a 3-year deal for $25 million. And what did the Miami Dolphins go do? The Miami Dolphins came in and said, hey, I got a 2-year, $15 million deal for you, and I'm going to guarantee 1 year at 7.5. This is a prove it to me deal. Prove it to me deal, just like Devontae Parker got with the 2-year, $10 million deal. Prove it to me and we'll pay you. You're coming off of an injury. We want to be safe. Prove it to me. And we gotta steal. This is a guy who, if he could, now we still got the injury to worry about. How is he going to react to that injury? He went under the knife. He had surgery. But if this works out, might be one of the biggest free agent steals out there. This is a great fit for our scheme too, y'all. He's a great scheme fit. We're going to talk more about that later today when we have a panel conversation. But he's a great scheme fit for us. I believe Charles Harris is out of there. I think we all saw that possibly happening, but this is a pretty solid sign that that's about to happen. I got to go look up what Charles Harris's salary was. Maybe one of y'all could tell me, but I got to go check out what Charles Harris' salary was slotted to be this season. Because he's probably out of there. He's probably out of there. So this guy is a guy who was coming on late in his career, another young guy who only played 4 years in this league and is coming into his 5th year off of this contract. 5th year. We're bringing the guys, at least we know the protocol now. We know the protocol. In free agency, bring in a whole bunch of guys that's 26 and 27 coming fresh off of their rookie deal who haven't quite made it, but in their last year, they showed that they deserve it. And we're gonna take it. We're gonna pick the fruit. We're gonna pick the fruit from them growing all these years. We're gonna take the harvest. We're gonna let all those other teams raise them up, water them, you know, give them the right manure, make sure they're healthy, the right pesticides and all of that. And now we're coming up, we're swooping in to pick the fruit. We're picking the fruit. Harvesting time. That's what we're doing. These are smart signings. Smart signings, man. And once again, this leaves us with the only guy under contract on a real long-term deal is Byron Jones. We picked up 5 players in free agency. 4 of those guys will be literally, well, 3 of them will be day 1 starters. This guy right here, well, 3 of them are going to be day 1 starters with the potential of 4 day 1 starters. Because we have to work it out now on the defensive side of the ball. Shaq, our newest signing, and Emanuel, and Taco. Who's gonna win the 2 positions? But we already got depth. We already got competition. We still need that nose tackle. But let me tell you another thing that I've thought about with the nose tackle position. We don't have to be in a rush. If we retain Jenkins, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm off on that. I got to look at what the situation is with that. But if we retain the services of Jenkins, we may not have to rush in that regard. We still have the draft the next year, but we'll see. We shall see. But man, 7.5 guaranteed. All you're doing is guaranteeing this year. This is a prove it to me deal. Show me that you're still headed on that trajectory post-injury. Show me that you can still impact the game by getting to the quarterback. Led the Chiefs in sacks and only games, y'all. Did y'all hear me? Led the Chiefs in sacks in only 10 games. Man, Flores gearing up this defense, y'all. He's okay. He all right. Flores gearing up this defense, man. And he's not leaving any stone unturned. Now, this was a great value pickup. 2-year, $15 million, 7.5 guaranteed. We're paying the guy 7.5 a year average. And this might, if he comes back 100% from the injury, this is a better move than Shaq to me. If he never had the injury, he might have been 11, 12 million if you ask me, because he might have put up 9 sacks, winning the playoffs, adding to that. Super Bowl champ. He's still a Super Bowl champ, though. He was around that pedigree for a while. Man. And this brings our cap down to about 38 million, 39. It brings us to about 39 million. 38 and a half or somewhere around there. 38, 39 million is what we got left. Again, I told y'all we probably need to go in the draft with about 25. So, in essence, in my head, the team could be thinking of it differently. So don't quote me on this. But 1 or 2 more nice pieces, I say just get that nose tackle, man. I say get that nose tackle if we can. And if not, we still could be patient. We don't have to do everything right now. We don't have to do everything right now. And another thing, if we still want to be huge players in this, like if Miami still want to be huge players in this free agency and still want to make 2 or 3 really nice signings, then you gotta, well, Albert Wilson's gonna clear up some more. So when I say we had 13 left, that can go as high as 22 if Albert Wilson is cut, but we don't know. They still have been hushed about that. I expect for him to be cut, but you never know. We might want to retain his services one more year and just eat the salary. Or the reason why he hasn't been cut could very well be we're still trying to use him in a trade package. Or the reason why he hasn't been cut is because we're still working on a restructure possibly. Restructure would be beautiful, y'all. A restructure would be really nice for just like Devontae Parker, 2-year, $10 million. Honestly, I'm like a 2-year 8, but hey, you know, it depends. You know, they might 2-year, $10 million it, because he did play last season and, well, he did get injured again. So I don't know. We shall see. But we've added another defensive end with the potential to get more snaps. He's going into the prime of his career. So his best football is yet to come, depending on how he reacts to this injury, though. Again, and like we say in a lot of cases, we hope guys bounce back from the injury. It should be straight. But, you know, talk is cheap. We got to see it post. We got to see it after the fact. But another W, Grier and Flores, man, I don't know what happened the last 2 days, but they've been eating their Wheaties, man. They've been eating their Wheaties. They done had their spouses at home. They gave them full course meals waking up in the morning. You know, besides them saying, hey, go out there for war. I don't know what it is. But they've geared up, guys. They've geared up, and they're making some moves that you have to be proud of. These are respectable upgrade moves. We went from the 4th. They have a scale that tells you the team with the most improvement so far from free agency, and we went from the bottom to number 4, and as of right now we went from number 4 to number 2, only behind Cleveland. And this move right here only makes it a little bit better. It only makes it a little bit better. When it's all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, they might literally project the Miami Dolphins to be, if we draft right, because we're coming closer to the draft, y'all. And because the reason why I say that, there's not many more players we're going to be picking up in free agency. I say maybe 3 more players. 2 guys, just like the safety that we got, special teams, depth, projects. We'll get like 2 more of those guys, and we'll get 1 more guy who's going to come in, and we're hopeful that he'll have an impact on the roster more than just a special teams guy. He has the potential to start. We're going to go after 1 more guy that has either the potential to start or a guaranteed starter, and 2 more guys that are special team projects. That's my thoughts on free agency. Look for 3 more signings, okay? And then it's all draft talk by then. It's all draft talk at that point. And I hope it's a nose tackle. Now, we still haven't hit on this offensive line yet. Again, we already hit 1, but we need 2. That's my expectation. I'm not wavering. We did go in a slightly different direction than I thought in free agency, but I like, because it's more efficient the way that they did it.
Basically said we're going to go in the draft having minimal needs on the defensive end of the ball. We're going to have, and if we do get any defensive players, it's going to be 5th, 6th, or 7th round projects that might be guys that can take over in the future if we coach them up right and we can get the max out of their potential and make them a star. We're going to see, man. We shall see. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm even more excited than I'm putting off right now. I'm just like, man, I can't wait to get home, grab a lunch, and go live and chat this up with some of the panel and see what they think about what's going on, man. Man, hopefully, but I think that we might be getting New England's O-lineman, Karras, the center. That'll be a good move as well. I want to go in the drafting a running back, offensive line, and a quarterback. And it don't have to be the 5th overall pick with that quarterback. Those are my thoughts, man. We shall see, man. And let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all remember what I said last night about the whole Brady thing? We ain't getting Brady, but look out, man. Look out, man. I don't know, man. There's some crazy things that happen. Because I kind of feel like we're gearing up so much on one side of the ball that you might look up and the Miami Dolphins might be saying, we're trying to go after it right now. This season. I don't know, man. We'll see, man. It's crazy out here, man. We'll see. But another great signing. Shout out to the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to Grier. Shout out to Flores. You're making the fan base proud right now. You're making the fan base very proud right now, man. And that's amazing, man. Honestly, we're winning this thing right now. Not only are we winning this right now, but we're exceeding expectations, man. This is crazy, man. Fins up, y'all. Fins up. And hey, I know y'all saw Tom Brady officially said he will not be returning to New England. Tom Brady is done in New England. He came out today saying he is officially done in New England. He is not returning. There's still a 5% chance, if you ask me. That's just how I feel. But Tom Brady looks like he's not returning to New England. I don't know what that's going to turn out to be. But the AFC East is wide open. If there has never been a better time, we can literally win the division. We can win the division. Have a home game in the playoffs, man. Oh my God. Have a home game in the playoffs. And I think I got an alert on my phone, something about Cam Newton. I don't know what's going on with him. They must have cut him or traded him. If they cut him, that's wild. Hey, he's going to find a team. And if they traded him, I wonder where. And for what. That's going to be interesting, too. It's a lot going on out here, man. Y'all make sure y'all check me out, too, on Instagram, Twitter, at TDPHINSTALK, Facebook, and hit that like button. Show your love and support and hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, man. I can't believe the Miami Dolphins are doing what they're doing, man. I'm proud of our team. We're actually we're making the right moves. Things that you can hold your hand up and say, you know what, I like that move. And the biggest thing about it is every single deal except Byron Jones. Every deal we ain't in prison for 4 or 5 years. We ain't locked down like crazy for it. It's crazy, man. I think I got a notification saying that the Carolina Panthers are allowing Cam Newton to seek a trade. The problem with that is, what you gonna get for Cam, Carolina? I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna give up major capital for Cam. Still got a lot left, but y'all done hurt that man value in his league, if you ask me. I think he's still a good player, a solid player, who can win games, definitely above average, no question about it. And I think it's time for him to get out of Carolina Think it's time for him to find a good team? I think Cam Newton is the one who actually needs to go to Tampa Bay. That's where I think Cam Newton needs to go. Is to Tampa. That might give him that might rejuvenate his career. Same thing with Mariota going out to the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. The Raiders made that move solely because of Ryan Tannehill. Maybe Mariota can turn into Ryan Tannehill if Derek Carr don't get his act together next year. That's all that was. See, I like teams that are now insurance. They're getting insurance positions. And when we do find our franchise quarterback, when we do say, this is our guy, Love, Tua, Rosen, I don't know. When we do find our guy, we can't stop there. We got to make sure at all times on that bench, we got our insurance. We don't want any quarterback sitting there feeling like they're entitled at all. At all, man. You need your insurance. Y'all hit that like button. See if we can get over 100 likes. We got almost 200 people watching. Punch that like button, guys. But this is big news for the Miami Dolphins.